If you or someone that you know is suffering with bad breath, and this could be a chronic thing for you, I've got 7 natural tips how to deal with that bad breath. Now, some of the most common causes of bad breath include bad bacteria in the mouth. This can also be related to acid reflux. Certain medications can cause bad breath. Poor digestion in general can offset that proper microflora in the gut and in the mouth. And also if you're not a nose breather. So if you breathe a lot through your mouth, especially during sleep, and maybe you snore as well, that can also be a chronic cause of bad breath. But the good news is I have 7 tips that I'll share now, and stay tuned right until number 7, which is something you probably haven't heard before, to help to deal with that bad breath. Okay, tip number 1 is, of course, to brush and floss properly. And this is something that you have to be doing often and frequently enough, but just being aware that you don't want to use any products that contain fluoride. So whether that is in your toothpaste, it could be your dental floss. We know that fluoride is very compromising to our overall metabolism. It can mess up our thyroid function. So just make sure that you're using fluoride-free products to brush and floss. Okay, tip number 2 is to consider doing a Parasite/Candida cleanse. Now, this is important to actually clean up the microbiome, not only in the gut, but in the mouth as well. And by using specific herbal medicines, something that I've talked about in other videos, this can be really effective at killing off some of those bad, less wanted organisms in the mouth and really help with overall digestion as well. Okay, tip number 3 for bad breath is to follow up with that full body detox. Again, poor digestion, poor liver function even can be related to things backing up in the system, your microbiome not being optimized. So helping with that bad breath is to actually follow up that parasite and candida cleansing with doing that full body detox. And that's going to also help to alleviate that toxic load given off by organisms such as candida, which can give off over 60 different toxins as you're killing it. Okay, my tip number 4 is to limit the sugars in your diet. And I'm talking mostly about refined sugars here. And this is a problem because those sugars actually feed that bad bacteria, feed that candida in the mouth, and those bad bacteria actually thrive. They love the sugar. That's often why you're craving it. And this is something that you definitely want to limit your sugar intake so that you're not feeding that bad bacteria so that it can't grow and multiply. Okay, tip number 5 is to chew on some parsley because it does help to kill that bad breath, especially if you've gone out and eaten a lot of garlic and onions. So those sulfur compounds in the garlic and onions are nullified and balanced out by eating some fresh parsley. So chew on that after a meal. Amazing to get rid of that bad breath. As is number 6 on my list, apples. So apples, in the same vein, they also help to, especially with garlic breath, to neutralize those sulfur compounds. And tip number 7, this is the one that you may not have heard about before, and this is mouth taping. So putting a little piece of tape on your mouth, especially during sleep. So this is great if you are someone who snores a lot. This may be something that you want to share with your partner, someone that is sleeping close to you and they're snoring, is to do some mouth taping. So just using a little bit of medical tape on your mouth at bedtime to force nasal breathing, which is going to be better for your overall health and oxygenation of your brain, for other reasons as well, even for cardiovascular reasons. But when you're breathing through your nose now, you will not have that same type of bacterial load in the mouth. This can help with your bad breath. Now, for more help with limiting your sugars, which I know can be a really hard thing, especially if you love and crave your sugar, I want you to check out another one of my videos, and it's called Best Herbal Medicines to Balance Your Blood Sugar. I'll see you there.